when we have a collection in our MongoDB database, we generally came across the issue of a low performance. So because we don't have any indexing in our MongoDB collection, so today we will see that how we can create the indexes in background, what are sparse indexes, how we can create the sparse index and how it is useful for us, and then we will see the combination of both, that how we can create the sparse index with the background processing. So to learn all of these things, so be tuned with me. So you're watching Smarty Tech Fizz. I am Anjali, just to help you out. So let's get started. So I have a database as Smarty Techie, which I used in my previous videos, and in that database I have a collection name with this, and I want to create a index on this election on certain fields. So how I can create it, and what are the different indexes we have in the MongoDB, and when we can use them, and how we can create it. We will see these all things in the next few parts, but today is only for the sparse index and the background indexes. So let's see how we can use it. So what are sparse indexes? The first question you may ask, that what are the sparse indexes, and why I am telling specifically about the sparse, not the other indexes format. Because in sparse indexes we have a specialty that if we are creating an index, let's say we have these documents, okay, I'm assuming right now that you all know that what are the indexes. If you don't know, no issues, I'll just give a brief in just a small line words for these indexes usefulness, and we will see in next part what are these indexes, how we can create them, the other different parts of it. So don't be confused with that, okay. So let's see what are the sparse indexes. Let's say I have a number of documents in my collection of products. This is a product collection, and I have these documents, and I want to create an index like for example for details. So what it does, if I'll create a normal unique primary indexes, another indexes, what it does, it will create even index document with the other document which don't have this keyword. I'm saying that if let's say this document, these other document don't have the details keyword on which I want to create an index, then what it does, it will create an index for that documents too, that it doesn't have any index. So what it will does, it will just create a bigger size of the indexes and create the larger size of it. So it will obviously very useless for us if we don't want that document in our index part, that if they don't have this particular field. So while using the sparse index, what will we do, we will create an index on details using the sparse index, and it will just leave out other documents from the index part which don't have that field. You can see the documentation provided by the MongoDB. It says that it is a property of an index that ensures that the index only contains the entries for documents. I mean to say that if the details is containing in other collections, in another document as well, then only it will create an entry for that index, and that have the index field. We have an index field as details. So that is the explanation of this, okay. And if it will skip the documents that do not have the index field, it will skip for these all documents actually they don't have any field which with the name details. So it will skip that, and due to this our index size will reduce, and it will help. It is very useful for us if we are using the more size in the creating a document a large size from that large size to the indexes only. So that will be very useful if you don't want to have a index entries of a index for that document which don't have a indexed field, okay. That is very very useful for us. So always try to create a sparse index, because it will reduce the size of indexes. So what actually happened? Let's say we have a document like num and char. We have a document's entries as 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and the char as a b c and here is d. So I want to create an index on char value, and this is the index entries. Okay, so what it will do, it will create, let's say for a we have a hash as 1 2. I'm just giving you the example. I know it doesn't have any hash value with the a equals to 1. I just an example 4. So what will it do? It just make an entry for 1 2 3 and 4 documents. It do not have to make an entry for these documents which don't have a field on it. And if we will not create any index for we will not create any sparse index, what will it do? It will even create entries for these 3 documents too. So let's say it will create the entries with 5. I'm just sharing an example, okay, just be with it. So what will it do now? Here we have the 4 entries only for the index, and here we have around 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 entries for the index. So obviously it will get increase in size, and it will have a reduce we have a small size of index entries. So in that way the sparse index will help us. Now let's create how we can let's see how we can create a sparse index. I already have indexes on my collection now, but I dropped all the indexes, and now it should not have any index in it. You can see it doesn't. Oh, let me drop indexes. Okay, yes, it doesn't have any index. It just have a underscore id index as a primary key, because it is a unique and it is present in every document. So let's create a sparse index. So this is how we can create on sparse index. I want to create an index on the field description dot b. Why I use the dot b? Because in description is having a nested value, and it is having a key as a. I just want to show you that how you can create an index. You can even create an index on details. You just only have to mention the details as an index name. So on the description dot b, I want to create an index in ascending order. So as for ascending, you need to choose 1, and if you want to create a descending index, just use it as a -1. Okay, then comma, then you have to mention the activity you want to perform on the index, that you want to create an index as sparse. So I will use the sparse equals to true. So using true, it will just create the index in sparse format. So let's create that how it is performing. Yes, it created successfully. Even if you see the logs, you can see that we have the mention like create index command and using the sparse 2, and it has created the index successfully. And if you have a number of document, large number of document, you will see the progress of it. It will showing like that creating index on field 0%, 2%, 3%, and it will show you the sparse index too. So that is how you will able to monitor the index progress. Now next we will see to create the index on. Now again just drop all the indexes. Now we will see that how to create index as a background index. So how we can create index in background, let's see how. We will do here the same. We will create an index on same field, that is description dot b, but here I will not give the index as sparse. If you will not provide the sparse true, it will not create a sparse index. It will be a non-sparse index, that is it will create a index for all the document. If it is not contain the indexed field, it will just store the null as an index entry. So here just we will create the index in background. Why we want to create an index in background? When you have a large number of documents and you are creating an index on of any fields of that document, in that period the write operation will get stuck. Okay, it will not allow you to perform any write operations on it. So for this we use the background equals to true. What it does, it will create the index in background of the all operations. So that means it will allow you to perform the other operations as well, but in that case the indexing will be creating the performance, it is very low, because obviously there are two operations are going on. Once the first one is index in the background, and the second one is all the operation that is coming from any application. So in that case, index will be created in very slow manner. So just be aware of that. Do not be confused with that if your indexing are creating in very slow manner. Okay, so let's see that it is created successfully, and if you will see the logs, it says that background equals to true, and it will, if it is you are having a large number of document, it will show the progress of the documents too with backgrounds true. Okay, 0%, 10%, 3%, it will show you. Now next we will see that how we create the both of them in one go. That is, I want to create a sparse index with background index. There are some disadvantage of the, not a disadvantage, but there are some cases where you will not able to use the index in your query manner. We will see in other part of indexes that why it is on what are the use cases where you will not be able to use the sparse indexes. You need to provide the hint to the query. So we will see in other part. Next, let's see, I want to create a sparse in a background. So how we can do that? We just need to mention description description dot p. Just provide the field here which you want to index. This is the order, ascending or descending. Okay, now next is sparse. Provide here is the sparse true, then comma background true. So this will be the another field where we will provide both the values sparse and background. So in this it will just create the index in sparse manner and in the background operation. So let's firstly drop all the indexes and again create the index. Now see, you can see in the logs it is mentioning that you are mentioning the command as sparse equals to true and background equals to true. So in both case it will show you the progress of the index in the log as well. So this is all about how you can create the indexes in sparse and how you can create indexes in background and how you will perform both the operations together. And for other use cases, or for some use case that why it is useful sparse and why we don't use to sparse, we will see in next part. So be tuned with us for next part, that what are the different indexes and how we can use them. So till then, take care, bye bye, and thank you so much.